Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to make sure that, first of all, that my throat's cleared, and secondly, that we are, in fact, live. I know that's low bar for the thingy-majiggy, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm 2 seconds in, and I can't even speak properly. Goodness gracious me. But regardless, okay, yep, we are, in fact, live. Apologies, I'm just going to quickly make sure that audio is working fine. I know that's low bar for the thingy-majiggy, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm 2 seconds in. Yep, okay, that checks out. Yep, audio seems fine. I'll wait for some more people to get in. Should probably also quickly do this. Like I said, I'll just wait for more people to get in, and then I'll explain what I'm doing today, which, if you guys can't see, I'm going to be tier ranking all of my WWE 2K24 projects, well, along with the two WWE 2K23 projects that I did to begin with. So yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting for some more people to get in, and then I will start the tier ranking. Hold on, I need to quickly mute my tab, because yeah, again, let me know if you know, you guys can hear me alright, and etc, etc. Also, 9.9 thousand subscribers, let's go. I am a very happy chap, it has to be said with that. Yeah, I'll give it like 2 more minutes, and then I'll get going in this thingy-majiggy. Yeah. So I'm a bit tired, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a rough few nights in terms of my sleeping pattern, but we're here. We out here. Also, I don't know if this confirms it or not, but I am not doing any more WWE 2K24 What Ifs. This is it. Well, what's the video called again? Why can't I even remember my own videos? The 2025 Elimination Chamber was my final video for WWE 2K24, sort of like send off in a way. So yeah, I've also got my channel up here, so I can, you know, have a look-see at all of my juicy content, I guess. I don't know why that says premiere. Yeah, okay, I'll just let that do its thing. Hello, WrestleSlams! It seems more people are getting in now. So, for anybody who's just joined, I am doing a tier ranking of all my thingamajiggies, of all my WWE I can't even speak. WWE 2K24 What Ifs. One question, will we do get a US World videos on 2K25 made? I thought about it extensively, decided against it, just merely because of the fact that it'll take so long to do, when I can also do it on other projects. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to be tier ranking all these. So, garbage is the one, it's the videos that I personally think are not very good. Mid are, well, the mediocre, average videos I've uploaded. Good soup, videos that I think are, well, again, pretty good. Great, these are ones that I think are really, really good, but are just missing something to be in the cream of the crop. I think that's a Randy Savage reference. Well, I don't think I know, but if it's not, I'll cry. Anyways, so yes, I'll also ask you your guys' opinions on this. So we're going to actually start with the OG What If. well, it's not actually a what if technically. When I said ranking all by what ifs, it's all my fantasy bookings, but what ifs just sounds better. So I'm just doing that. Where is it? How Roman Reigns versus The Rock could happen. That's where we're starting things off here. I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, that's already muted. So, like, I mean, looking at my older stuff, it feels like kind of cheap to say that these are bad. But what I can say is, in comparison to other projects that I've done that are coming up, there's an attempt at, you know, something serviceable. If does that work? Nah. Also, opinions on John Cena turning heel, best heel turn of all time that I've ever seen. But anyways, my opinion on how Roman Reigns versus The Rock could happen. It's a very okay start to my fantasy bookings. It's not anything that's going to blow you away. I also should probably turn up my audio for this. That would be very helpful.
Evening, and Roman Reigns is dominating this match. The Rock.
Yeah, so there was some clear decent attempts. Does it fall flat a bit? I'd probably say so. However, I'm willing to give it a bit of extra brownie points because this is my first ever fantasy booking. So therefore, I'm going to put this in mid. Like, it's definitely not good. It's not bad though. Like, genuinely not bad. So yeah, mid is where it lands, I suppose. Up next, hold up. Oh god, I just realized I have to scroll all the way down to get to each individual video. This is gonna be fun. Right, hold on just a second. So the second video. Wait, where? What the? Wait, have I? What's going on here? I have no idea what's going on. 1 second. I need to make sure. Yeah, it's latest. So why is videos from 3 months ago? It doesn't matter. Right. Anyways, next video. It's fine. I'll just quickly refresh this just to, you know, make sure that you guys are piss off AVG. Respectfully, of course. Right. I need to find the video, and that video is... Where is it? How Kazuchika Okada should debut in WWE. Let's just have a quick little listen.
We're on the Raw at the Elimination Chamber, and Shinsuke Nakamura is cutting his usual sinister promo, saying that he's the greatest Japanese wrestler in the WWE. And that...
Yeah, so... It's kind of similar to the Roman Reigns versus The Rock one, honestly. Is it garbage? I don't know. Hold on. Let me have a look at the ending, because again, there is an attempt.
They have become very excited to see who Kazuchika Okada is and what she has to offer. Everyone's waiting eagerly until...
Yeah, so obviously, the editing wise, it's not great. Really isn't great. But, again, there is an attempt made. But, I can't really give it the extra brownie points that I can with Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Because, obviously, this is my second one. So, I think this is going to be my first garbage of the video. Or the stream, sorry. Damn, that's, pretty unfortunate. But, hey-ho. We live and we learn, I guess. Right, now time to scroll endlessly for the next project, which is the first one in WWE 2K24. It is... Where is it? Give me 2 to 3 business days, ladies and gents. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. What if Roman Reigns was booked properly? I'm fairly sure this was called something different originally, but, I just said, call it. I decided to rejiggy the titles, I think. I can't really remember. Let's give this a listen. 11 months ago, man. Jesus, time flies by when you're having fun, I guess.
Which leaves Roman indeed enraged. Also,
so, obviously, this video is twice as long as my previous work. So, obviously, there's a bit more meat on the bones here than a 3-minute project. And obviously, because this is the first time I've ever done something like this, where it's, like, fairly bigger. Obviously, I think it gives a few brownie points for me at least, because, again, there is an attempt. There are small improvements, I remember, like the general editing and flow is a little bit neater, but I still don't think I can put this above mid. Also, you guys can like jump in whenever you want if you guys agree or disagree with a certain ranking, by the way, and be like, no, this is actually really good, I enjoyed it. Also, I forgot to say actually, I'm looking at this in terms of my own quality, so whilst these videos weren't bad at the time, looking back on them and using hindsight and also how good my recent projects are, which we'll get to, yeah, that's just where the cookie lies. That's not a phrase, but now it is apparently. So will it be my... Nope, it will be in my recommendations. I was hoping that it would be, but hey ho. Right, up next, well I might as well just say, up next is the second part of this story, my first ever two-parter. I found the CM Punk videos really good, matey. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll get on to them, but some of them I actually think are pretty good. They were a good step in the right direction. Yes, what if Roman Reigns won the WWE title earlier? So, I'll just quickly click on this and have a little listen.
After a night of unforgettable events, new...
Yeah, I don't know why, but there's automatic chapters placed, which obviously don't work. So, fun fact, this was actually supposed to be a trilogy, where, because obviously at the end of this video, we have,
He's on top of the world, for now.
Yeah, so you've obviously got, like, the Bray Wyatt bit at the end there, that was supposed to set up a trilogy, but obviously, that didn't really work out. Mostly just because of the fact that I just didn't know really where to go with it. But again, an attempt was made. I also just think that the general plot of this one is far better than all my other ones. There's definitely some like good A to Bs, although there are certain points where, because I think the laziest thing I could possibly do in my videos is when I just do entrances to quickly show off something, which I do sometimes, but it's only ever for like a quick 5 seconds. I'll never have it drag out for like 20 odd seconds like I would with, or it, like if there can be original material shown and I'll just not do it. I think that's quite lazy, and not gonna lie, there's quite a bit of that in there, so, or in here, so I think that drags it down a little bit. So, although, I don't think I can put it in garbage, because I don't think it's a garbage video, but again, I think it's just mediocre. It's not anything special, it's not anything horrific, it's just fine. So, yeah, that's just my opinion at least. Also, just realised there was a 20-second delay on this stream. God damn it. Oh, it's fine. So it might take me a hot minute to answer your guys' questions. So apologies in advance. So, if it's gonna load, can it load pretty quickly? Well, actually, whilst it's loading. Up next is, what if Cody Rhodes finished the story at WrestleMania 39? The first, idea and the what if that I think was a good concept. Oh, there we go. In execution, I need to have a look here because I can't actually really remember this video. Obviously you got 3.5k, so for my channel that was pretty decent. Especially at the time, because at the time I was on like 4,000-ish subscribers, and my channel had fallen off quite a bit. So, like, I used to get like 200 views a pop, and also this thing is just not loading, which is helpful. I'm not gonna lie. I'll just see if it's gonna load. Oh, like I said, I think the view count gets a little bit of a boost as well, because, like, in terms of on the tier ranking, because it was the best performing one that I had done up to that point. Although that isn't really saying much, seeing as I only did like 5. Well, that was my 5th one. I don't know why this isn't loading. Let me just try and refresh, see if that's gonna fix my problems or if it's gonna make it worse. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Do. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? I don't know what I'm saying. Clearly this isn't gonna work, so I'm gonna actually refresh real quick. So far I'm thinking it could be in good soup, but I need to, like, actually watch the video before I, you know, say, oh, well, like, quickly skim through it to make sure that it is definitely... My opinions are in fact valid, because I'm not gonna lie again, I just can't quite remember it. If it for some reason it just doesn't want to load, which is always just helpful, isn't it? This is, yep. Great. Oh, Jesus.
39, and we begin to start.
So, hold on. Yeah, so again, it falls under similar issues of my, like, that I've already previously stated, where it's just entrances, or if it's just not, like, see, I even used an image there. I have never, in, like, a hot minute, I think that might have been the only time
Yeah, and
hold on, let me just...
with the super kick card.
Yeah, so, see, look at this. Instead of actually trying to replicate it, like the super kick, so you guys could better understand, I just used an image. That was so lazy on my part. That definitely drags it down a little bit for me. Again, falls under the similar issues that I've already stated. There was some decent bits in here, in terms of the actual plot and narrative. I think the Cody Rhodes' reign was rushed in terms of, I kind of just skipped over, like, obviously this was like 7 month, like 7-8 month timeline here in 6 minutes, so obviously it kind of skimmed over a lot, and I don't think it did that particularly well. Like, I think you can definitely do it so it's short and to the point, but it also gets through all the important stuff. But it's just that you be saying, oh yeah, this person challenges for this championship at like Payback, for example. Like, also, I had Grayson Waller against Cody Rhodes at Payback. I don't really know what I was thinking, but I guess I was thinking maybe at the time Grayson Waller could be... He obviously can be a star, I'm not saying he isn't. But at this point, I don't know, man. I don't really know. Obviously you had LA Knight and John Cena bit. Fastlane, I had a 6-man tag, which... You know, that's decent, I guess. LA Knight and Cody Rhodes and Roman, was it, in a triple threat?
Once again,
oh no, it was a fatal 4-way also involving Cena. And then Randy attacks him after. Oh, okay, right, I see. Yeah, I think this is one of the ones that I could definitely remaster and do a lot better. Because, like, first of all, I know I can do it a little better now, like, looking back on it. So I'm honestly... You know what? I'm not going to have to use Cloud My Judgment. It's just not that good. Like, I'm looking at my Roman Reigns stuff, and at least with that, like, I have quite a bit of positive stuff to say. With this, like, with the Roman Reigns stuff, the plots are at least good. With the Roman Reigns and the Rock stuff, the plot is at least good. With these two, the plots just aren't that really amazing. I think the actual concept of the Cody Rhodes one is easily the best one I've got, so up to that point. But in execution, it just falls flat in my opinion, so... yeah, how about them apples? And up next, it's in my thingamajiggy. How awesome! What if Adam Copeland re-signed? Oh my goodness me, that's loud. So it seems it doesn't take advantage. Oh, never mind. I think it does take advantage of the whole. Oh, it was this War Games? Oh yeah, I did do War Games. Nice, and I did. Like, I mean, again, it falls under the same principles as the fact that obviously. Oh, I even repeated clips. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, so we had this here. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And what? Yeah, so I reused clips. Damn, that's the epitome of lazy. It has to be said. Dominic Mysterio versus what was I doing here? I don't actually know. So I did Edge versus Damian Priest at Clash. Was it for the? Oh, it was Flaming Table spot. Oh yeah, because he won the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash. But again, falls under the same principle of the images. I really dislike it. I don't think it works. I think it symbolizes laziness. And again, I think it's another one that I can see, look at this. It's all entrances in the last minute. Last 40 seconds. There is no new footage. When I say new footage, I mean highlight reel and stuff. But I guarantee you, I just did this out of laziness. I didn't do this out of that this will look better. Pure laziness off from my part. So again, I'm sorry, but the Adam Copeland video, I think, is another one I can definitely remaster and do a lot better. Because that one is a bit not good in my opinion. So, here is a video that I think, well, using, from what I can remember, this is actually a pretty decent video, I think. What if Finn Balor had won the World Heavyweight Championship? I think I should have put, at SummerSlam 2023 there, but, it's fine. I don't remember a whole lot of laziness taking place here. I obviously do remember stretching out a few clips here and there for this. Oh, I reused clips as well, so that drags it down a little bit as well for me. But I think unlike this, actually no, because the Adam Copeland, I mean, the plot for this is better. It 100% is. I don't know if I can put it above mid though. Let me just see real quick. So, Crown Jewel, Balor versus Priest. Okay, so, War Games, Judgment Day, Civil War, I suppose, and CM Punk returning afterwards. Royal Rumble, Finn Balor gets eliminated. Balor's in the Elimination Chamber, and I presume he loses. Oh no, he wins? I have Balor win the Elimination Chamber? Oh, goodness me. And then, Priest versus Balor. I think this cliffhanger was actually really well done, because it went into my most popular long form today. Well, it's actually my most popular video full stop, which I will get to in a second. So overall, is this my first good soup? I am gonna say this video is... I'm gonna go top of mid, because again, there's just some issues that are just plaguing it, and unfortunately, I'm just looking at this compared to my newer work. It's not even a fair comparison, really. It just gets blown out of the water. It still had its bright spots, and it's teetering, I think, on the verge of good soup. Oh, but that ending was actually really well made. Oh, you know what? Fine. Good soup. First video, good soup, because it does have good parts. This ending was really well done in terms of actually thinking about who would be in the group. Although Odyssey Jones being in Judgment Day to begin with is a bit random. I just didn't know who else I could really use, so I was like, oh, screw it. Odyssey Jones before the allegations. Might as well, like, have him on TV. I also foreshadowed it. Actually, yeah, I think Good Soup was definitely a good idea, because I did foreshadow the Bullet Club stuff in this video. So, yeah, and up next, it is my most popular video, the What If Bullet Club reformed in WWE. Obviously, it's my best concept to date, really, I'd say. Nothing really has come close since then. But again, I feel like it's lazier than, like, I don't really want to look at this in terms of views, because obviously, if I was looking at this in terms of views, this video would be in the cream of the crop. And arguably, it does deserve to be in there because of the view count, but I'm looking at this in terms of a video quality perspective. And when I'm looking at it here, like, I'm just skimming through it here. I mean, to be fair, for the first part, there isn't as much laziness, but then I think the laziness really starts to ramp up around about the 3-minute mark. Where it's just entrances. There's a bit of stuff here, but there's no good camera. I mean, I'll also just say this, I think my camera angles have severely improved since then. Like, my camera angles were just lazy back in the day. I do appreciate what this video is trying to do in terms of giving Ginny McDonough a bit of a push. The Fiend mask, I think, works as well. There's some good stuff here. This is my first video where I did multiple things, in terms of it wasn't just one concrete person that I was focusing on. But does that make this video good? I'm gonna say, because of, I do have to factor in the view count, even if I don't want to. I am gonna put this video again in good soup. I think if I didn't put the view count in consideration, I'd probably put this at the top of mid. But I do think that because of the fact that people did enjoy this video so much, it should probably go in good soup. And up next, I love how these are just racking up one after the other. What if Karrion Kross was a success? Concept-wise, I do honestly think this is the worst concept I had up to this point. It wasn't necessarily bad, it was just packaged wrong, in my opinion. So obviously we had Roman and Kross, and then we had Bray as well. I thought the Bray introduction, well, the Bray usage, sorry, was pretty good. And I can't actually remember, was this not, so the first match was at Survivor Series. Did the rivalry continue up further? Yes, it did. Images! It used images. That knocks it down a little bit for me, because it shows laziness. Although, to be fair, other than that, I can't really see any instances of me using entrances as a way to use, like, to be lazy. Obviously you have the Fiend as well. Oh wait, yeah, because didn't I use the... Oh, God's sake, here he goes.
Delete.
Oh! They used delete, okay, Oh yes, because I had Bald Cross, well, an attempted Bald Cross at least. The call wasn't fantastic, but, you know, there was an attempt. So obviously, originally, I was going to do Karrion Kross as the Fiend at WrestleMania, but obviously because of Bray's health scares, which obviously tragically would turn out later on, that, well, I presume led to his unfortunate death, I decided to put it at the Elimination Chamber instead, and have Uncle Howdy be at WrestleMania, which I thought was a good workaround, personally, and then also, you know, there's Bo being unmasked. Whilst this is the worst concept, packaging wise, I think this actually might have the best execution to date.
His fate and Kross puts him to sleep. He's done it. He's proven himself to be the most dominant.
Yeah, so, like, again, editing, like, a lot of these early videos, just editing wise, aren't very fantastic. But I think it is good soup, in my opinion. Like, actually, yeah, no, maybe when I get, and actually no, I can't justify putting it in good soup alongside these two, because first of all, the actual concept isn't very good. And also, again, the editing is just so shoddy, and... Oh, but again, though, the laziness isn't really that. There was more of an attempt with this one, in comparison to other works. Also, I'm fairly sure that image was just used as a subtle reference to Matt. Like, as a... Hold on, where is it?
He doesn't turn into the evil, he's trying to delete and asks for one more chance to vanquish the evil. But will Kross accept the challenge?
Yeah, I also, I don't know why, but I just stopped using music at that point. Don't know why, but it's between mid and good soup. I think this might change later, but actually I am gonna put it in good soup just because there was far more. This is the most attempted project I had done up to that point. I am definitely gonna be reshuffling some of these though after when I do get to the later projects like the John Cena retirement tour. Really after Bad Blood, that's when I think my quality does severely increase. What if CM Punk never left WWE in 2014? Again, easily best plot, not best plot, best idea I'd ever done. When does this end? Because obviously you got Triple H and CM Punk, then I had Daniel and Punk. The images I'm not a fan of, but, you know, it's fine. Oh, wait, no, yeah, because I had him written off TV for, like, over a year or something to help him recover from injuries. Yes, that's right, that's what I did, yeah, because I didn't think that Punk, like, realistically would be in the... what's it called? I don't think he would be competing throughout the entire year. I think there's a little bit of laziness here, but I do think it makes up for that because of the fact that I attempted to use more cores. I obviously can talk about the lack of unique arenas and stuff, but I'll just sit here all day because that's just not very good in my opinion. I think this is why I turned Roman heel, so I obviously had their first match with Roman winning. Then Neville and Punk be the final two in the Rumble, which, because I really like Neville, not because he's from Newcastle and I'm close to there, but maybe that's something to do with it. But anyways, WrestleMania 32, Roman versus Punk. I think this video is another good soup. I'm on a roll here with a bit of good soup here. Although, when I'm looking at these four, the Finn Balor one does kind of stand out like a sore thumb. Even though it does have a good ending, the rest of it is kind of mid, so I'm going to put it down there. Like I said, I'll probably go back through these and be like, oh, that was awful, why did I put it there? Oh, good old Murphs. Love a bit of Murphs on this channel. Although I get called a clone like every 5 comments or something silly like that. But you know what? It's fine, because I don't really care at this point about that, so yes. Anyways, what if CM Punk got what he wanted? This is a continuation of the previous video, and this is really just me booking his WWE title reign, I'm fairly sure. And then he came back at the Royal Rumble. Again, lack of unique arenas and really attires kind of drags it down a little bit for me. I do actually really like this presentation of stuff. I really want to bring this back where I put things in a screen and like have somebody else like over it. I think that's actually really unique. I obviously had Samoa Joe and Punk at Mania 33 with Joe going over, which, you know, good going. I had a bit of an issue at the tail end of this because I had Punk going to NXT, but I just had it just be skimmed over. And obviously that was just... And then the Greatest Royal Rumble, actually it was after Mania 34 that he made his surprise return on the main roster, and then... Yeah, it kind of does fall flat, I think, in my opinion. Like the second part, at least, in comparison to the first part. It's definitely not garbage, but I think it is mid. Sorry to say. I think in comparison to the first part, I do think it is a bit mediocre. So, yeah, and then up next is the King and Queen of the Ring. This one is a bit interesting to me, because it arguably has the best blow throughout the entire thing, but that's only really because of the fact that I was just basing it off the King and Queen of the Ring match card, so obviously that was just, it was formula for success. I don't think I really pushed the boat out per se of my predictions here. I mean, I did have Rhea come back far too early, I'm fairly sure. This was also my first attempt at, like, you know, customizing a custom ring, which I thought, you know, me gusta, I like it. Really, it's just me booking the stuff, and yeah, like, there's nothing too horrific here. Well, there's nothing horrific here. I don't think there's anything bad I can really say about this, really. I actually really like
the Orton taps out
the Gunter and Randy ending. I do wish I had it be Randy passed out. I just think that would have added an extra layer to this. Dakota and Lyra, I think that is, before obviously her DLC. Oh yeah, because the Women's Tag Team Championship match, was that... I can't actually remember that match. I literally cannot... Did that even happen at King and Queen of the Ring? I genuinely cannot remember. Either way, yeah, that was pretty decent. I had Damage Control after the fact turn heel, which I don't think I would have done now, because obviously, well, congratulations Io Sky, first of all, shock of the century. But also I just think Io Sky and Dakota Kai would have been better as babyfaces at that point. Nia Jax versus Lyra. This is the one where there was just a lot of brawling, and why did I have... I'm struggling to figure out why Damage Control wanted to... Oh wait, yes, because Lyra had pinned Io in the semi-finals. Ah, yes, that makes sense. And then obviously Becky and Bayley? I don't quite know where I was where I was going with that, but you know, Lyra wins, yeah, good on you. Gunter and Cody, unironically sets up Gunter versus Cody at Crown Jewel. And yeah, and I had the White Six debut here at the end, which I thought was pretty good. So overall, I think this is probably my best project to date. It's definitely not great, but it is definitely good. Like, it's definitely a video I would rewatch now, so... Yeah, well, hold on, let me just check the audio.
Although Liv Morgan comes back out to brawl with Becky, but there's still a match taking place, and Lyra is fighting with everything she has. And with the strength of a god, she lifts Lyra up and...
Yeah, I would definitely put it in good soup. I think it's still a bit raw in comparison to my other work, like my more modern day work, but in a way that's kind of its charm, if you think about it. So, with that, yeah, good soup, and now it's time for the John Cena heel turn that we thought would never get, but by God, we got it alright, and yeah, I mean, I think it is a step down from King and Queen of the Ring in terms of my overall editing and laziness for it, because I did utilize entrances a lot for this, because I actually recently rewatched this, and it's definitely like, it's of its time, so I can kind of like appreciate it. It's kind of similar to all of the ones in mid, where it's like, it's definitely not something I'd watch now, but it is definitely something that is, like, it was good for the time. But is it in good soup? I don't believe so. I think that, again, your videos will be even better with the promos back in Universe World. 100%, dude. I am so looking forward to doing that. Like, that is for sure going to be something that I implement into my content in WWE 2K25. So... yeah, but yes, so the What If John Cena, again, it's a really, really good concept. I just think in actuality it could have, like, it's one of the videos I can definitely do a remaster on. I am actually thinking of closer to the end of WWE 2K25 doing remasters of certain videos. What do you guys think about that? Obviously, because of the fact that the live stream's like 20-second delay or something silly. Hello, Arij. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, so because I was thinking about doing certain remasters for like especially the Bullet Club video. Because obviously I did do the best, so I mean I could realistically do a remaster there. I was also thinking maybe the John Cena heel turn. Them two were the ones that I was thinking most about. But oh yeah, also I've completely left out the garbage ones. So yeah, the garbage ones I definitely want to do a remaster on. But I will leave that up to you guys. Let me know as we're going through what ones you want to see remastered, which ones you're thinking, oh no, definitely don't do that, and all that good stuff. So yeah, so on to what if Pete Dunne never became Butch. 1 second, just need to drag the cursor down to Kingdom Come, and yeah, from what I can remember, yeah, it's pretty good.
We're on the Raw after WrestleMania 38, and the current United States Champion Finn Balor decides to issue an open challenge to anyone, and with Butch never happening in this timeline, Pete Dunne answers the call. It's his first match.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a tad bit lazy in terms of a lack of camera angles and stuff. I practically just did the exact same thing twice there. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong part. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, well, apparently I've skipped it. That was a banger. Thanks, man. I can't actually remember what I've just said. Wow, insomnia is great, isn't it? Jesus, I can't even remember my own words. Lord have mercy. Yeah, in terms of this video, yeah, I think it's pretty good. The Matt Riddle stuff at SummerSlam, good. Ilya Dragunov at Clash of the Castle, I thought was genius, and I still do. I think that was actually probably my best booking decision up until that point. And then I had Mustache Mountain, well, British Strong Style, sorry, come back together. So, yeah, and then after that, I even had him against Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel, which I think was a bit much, but I appreciate what I was trying to do. Then I had Seth, obviously, and then I think I did that at Survivor Series, I think. Did I do a triple threat? Oh no, I did a Fatal 4 of Bobby, Austin, Seth and Pete. That's fair enough. And then obviously dissension grows between Pete and Tyler. I think I definitely could have done this a little bit better in hindsight, but I don't think it's necessarily bad, because obviously you have Pete eliminating Tyler from the Rumble, and he's obviously a bit, teed off at that. And then that leads to the two men fighting at the Elimination Chamber. Can't quite remember what happens here. I'm fairly sure it's a referee stoppage. Yeah, I think so, actually. And then it's a triple threat at WrestleMania. The only thing that was missing was Sheamus getting involved, but not the Butch stuff. Yeah, yeah, to be fair, I should have probably involved Sheamus in this. But other than that, I think this is probably my best video to date. It's teetering on the edge of great, but I think great should be for videos that I think are you can tell they're what's the word? Highly produced. At this point, I don't think I can really say that. Oh, but at the same time, though, it's got probably the best plot board. It's a good idea. It's, I'm gonna leave it in good soup for now. You guys let me know if you want me to move it to great, and I will. But for now, I am just leaving it in good soup, just because obviously, great, mate. Okay, right. I'll put it in great. Oh, message was retracted. Never mind. It's great. Okay, I'll put it in great. So up next, this Christian video, man.
Christian has just.
I think I'm getting better at it at this point of my fantasy bookings, but this one was just rough. Because obviously the COVID arenas they didn't have it. I was thinking about making a remastered video about Jade Cargill, but it doesn't matter. No, man, you might as well do it. Like, I mean, I'm not, like, the person who's going to copyright remastering or something. That would just be silly, wouldn't it? Yeah, you might as well. If you want to do remasters of videos, like, you might as well. But anyways, going back to this. This video... Oh, it's painful. I can see what I was trying to do. Grand Slam champion Christian. Like the Jeff Hardy stuff. Yeah. All your videos are banging. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But I'm looking at this in the lens of comparing it to my other content. So... I don't know, man. What was this? What was I even trying to do? Was this like a... Oh, this was Raw vs. SmackDown. That's what I was trying to do. Like, I mean, it had... Christian winning the Royal Rumble. Facing off against Edge. Yes, I mean... I don't know, man. I'm a bit conflicted on this one. I think that first portion of the video was, up until like that first minute was bad, and that first minute is 20% of the video. I'm gonna have to put this in mid. Sorry, but I just think it's mediocre. But a video that I honestly think is great is what if Julia never got injured? Whilst your vids are good in my opinion, ratings 9.8 out of 10, but solid, very, very good, keep up the good work. Thank you, man, I appreciate it again. I'm looking at this in a critical lens in terms of looking at it from my, in comparison to my other project, so I'm going to be a bit more harsh here. But this Julia video was my best video up until this point, and for me, it goes into great. I think what makes it stand out more is my usage of audio and me trying to improve that asset of mine. I would for some reason retract that in my later videos, but I still do think this was a great first attempt at really trying to improve my audio game. Again, it's nothing compared to what I would do now, but I still do think it's actually a really, really good video. It's a simple premise, a simple plot board. A plot board for me, by the way, is just the events that happen. So, that I've like marked out that I want to do. It's pretty simple in all departments, but even with that, I think it's really good. Really, really good in my opinion. And so is this video, even though my one gripe is that I didn't do it in one. What if TNA invaded WWE, which was kind of a cop-out, because it was really just what if WWE was invaded, but I'd already done that idea on a certain part, because I split it into parts. To be honest, I don't remember the Julia vid. That's fair enough. As I say, it didn't really perform very well at the time. The only reason I performed well looking back on it is because I put it at the front of the homepage, because I generally just think it was a really good video. But as you can see here, I split my Forbidden Door stuff into 4 parts, which I think hindered this quite a bit. But the overall product at the end, yeah, I'd probably... Hold on, let me just have a listen here. Because I obviously did the weak things, I think that was smart to have...
says, we know who you are, and we know how good you are.
I had Chris Danger against Dijak. You know what? For this TNA video, I'm putting out the cream of the crop. I think this is actually a really, really good video. I think my only gripe with it is that I didn't necessarily do it in one, because otherwise I think the overall structure would have been a bit more tighter. But I still do think it was a good, really, really good video, especially for the time. So, yeah, cream of the crop it goes. Up next is one of the CM Punk videos. Not gonna lie, they all kind of blend into one for me, because the thumbnails don't really tend to showcase the differences in what I was trying to do. So, the one of CM Punk returned to WWE in 2019.
We're on the Raw after WrestleMania 35, and we kick off the show in the best way possible.
yeah, okay, again, the attires and stuff, not a big fan, but at the very least, this is my longest project to date. Obviously, because of limitations due to being COVID, I wanted to be as authentic as possible, which made it very difficult to do certain footage. Like, this long take was like the best thing I probably got from this entire ordeal. It was my longest project to date in terms of a one singular video. I also quite liked how I went into WWE 2K23 here with the Thunderdome, like with the CM Punk and AJ Styles match at SummerSlam. Then you had Roman Reigns return and beat him at Payback. I thought that was really well done. Honestly, I don't think I could put it at cream of the crop, because cream of the crop is for, well, the cream of the crop, but it is great in my opinion. Really, really well done video. I just wish it kind of stood out more to me when I look back on it. Like, when I originally looked at that thumbnail, I was like, I don't know which video this is. I kind of wish I made it more obvious in my packaging, not looking at the title, what one, like, because, like, for example, the Julia video I could kind of interpret at that time, oh, so, like, what if Julia never got injured, for example. This one could have been, well, to be fair, could have really been anything. It wasn't a very fantastic thumbnail, has to be said. King and Queen of the Ring, obviously. Bullet Club, obviously. Karrion Kross being a success, obviously. Again, CM Punk one, Christian, that, like, I think my thumbnails have gotten better as well in terms of telling you more about the project. Well, the video, not the project. I like to label things as projects when I do things, but they're really videos. This was the vid about the invasion. Yeah, so what if it should have really been called "What if WWE was invaded?" That, like, honestly, it even holds up today in my opinion. So yeah, and yeah, CM Punk one's great as well. Just missing something to be in the cream of the crop, as the lockdown era was difficult to, you know, film and stuff. But anyways, up next, what if AJ Lee returned to WWE? This one I can't really remember much about, so I'm just going to quickly skim through it here. Sorry, the best invasion vid ever. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That's just literally a promo. People asking maybe about what?
To hand you your first loss back in your first match back, so then I can enter the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Good luck, AJ, because you're only the second.
Oh yeah, because you're only the second best AJ I know. That was a good line, in all fairness. I don't really know what I was trying to cook with this video, but I don't think it works really well. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, when I think of how AJ could return to WWE, this is not how I would book it today. Like, the AJ and Liv part, yes. But I don't know, man. And also obviously again had the Rhea running at the end, which, you know, kind of uninspired. Not gonna lie, I didn't really feel this video back then, and I don't think I really feel this video now. It's probably does go into good soup. Actually, no, because the actual plot itself is kind of rough, so I'm gonna put this in mid. I just think the actual plot of the video itself is lackluster. Like, it's another video that I would 100% do. Like, it's a video that I could do better if I remastered it, which again, I'm thinking about doing. But regardless, how WWE should book, or who should retire Goldberg, sorry, I think is what the next video is called. It's either how WWE should book Goldberg's retirement, or it's who should retire Goldberg. It's one of the two. 1 second. How WWE should book Goldberg's retirement. This video was simple, but it worked in what I was trying to do. Obviously, it was going to be Braun Breaker.
We're on Money in the Bank, and rumours have been circulating that Goldberg is scheduled to make an appearance. But when or does he show up?
Yeah, obviously, it's in the Braun match, which hands Sami the victory, I think. And then obviously, I think that's just it. That's just one sole plot point. That's the entire video. And honestly, you know what? It's simple, but honestly, I think it works. Good soup, in my opinion, at least. Like, I think it's another video I could potentially remaster just because of the fact that obviously it's happening this year. His retirement match is reportedly happening in the summer, so it's probably happening at SummerSlam. But I don't even know what else I would do differently, to be honest. And I think that's a good sign of a good video because, again, there's not a lot more I could really do differently aside from just like make it more polished. So yeah, like I said, good soup there. And up next, it's controversial. What if Brock Lesnar was ever erased by WWE? This entire video was based off of a reported leak of the matches Brock was supposed to have. So at the Elimination Chamber, let me just double check that I did do this correctly. Yeah, so I had Brock against Dominic, and then I had Brock versus Gunter at Mania. And you know what, for that, it was kind of realistic. I think it is a little bit uninspired, but I actually really do like this video. I don't think it goes into great just because of how uninspired the video is. I think it's another one where I could maybe do a follow-up of like, what if Brock Lesnar returns to WWE? It's a plausible thing I could do, but just obviously with everything going on with him, it's probably not the best idea. Overall, though, for the video, I'm gonna put this in good soup. I don't think it's something I'd ever want to do again with a controversial figure, because obviously, I mean, I'll just say this: there was some thought that was put into a potential Chris Benoit video, but I would feel dirty doing that, and I still kind of feel dirty doing the Brock Lesnar video. Obviously, nothing's been proven yet, but if things are proven, I might end up unlisting this video, just because obviously I don't want to support pieces of shit. So yeah, okay, right. Anyways, that tangent's over. What if there was a new Shield in WWE? I thought this was incredibly clever. It had a nice little narrative bow on the CM Punk and Drew stuff. I think my Seth Rollins laugh is pretty good. I'm not doing another one during this video. You guys are going to have to wait and see for more good soup like that. Don't know why I said good soup like that. And then obviously I had the new Shield being Becky, Seth, and Frazier. Honestly, it's kind of simplistic, but it's genius at the same time. So I'm going to actually put this in great. I do think this is a great video. Also, I really quickly needed a drink, so sorry, I had to do that, otherwise my throat was actually going to die. But yeah, no, great video, that has to be said. What if CM Punk returned to WWE in 2022? I can't remember a thing about this video. Starts off with the music. Okay, okay, so this is actually... Wait, did I... Oh my god, I actually did the AEW Interim Championship thing. Oh yeah, because this would have been when he had the first kerfuffle at All Out. So I thought, I'll do a video on that. So, and then during the Rumble, he loses. And it's kind of... So obviously you got Adam Copeland there, and he's in the chamber. Can't quite remember what he was trying to do. He actually no, it was to try and face Seth Rollins at Mania 39 for the... Oh yes, because this was for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, I remember now, because this Rumble was actually to crown the new World Champion, which I thought was actually pretty decent. Overall, I'm going to put it in good soup. It's not anything that's going to blow your socks off, but it's good. It's good. I think that's kind of the similar situation with this as well, although I do think it's a bit uninspired because it's very obvious where we're heading. And predictability just kind of makes it a bit I kind of find it quite funny at the end how I do like the All Out 2.0 situation at WrestleMania 40. But it's... I think it's probably mid just because of the fact that the other Punk videos are just better than it. I think that's actually my worst Punk video, and it was my last until I put it all into one video, and it did superbly well. So, yeah, and up next, I don't know why I did this. I did a 5-parter for Bryan Danielson. So, let's just have a look here.
In this timeline, Daniel Bryan has recited
Oh, yes, right, okay, so... Yes, okay, so... SummerSlam, I had Daniel Bryan versus Bobby Lashley. At the time, that is a very fair matchup. And I had Bryan win. Yep, okay, that's fair. I can't actually remember much about this video, I'm not gonna lie. I had Orton against Bryan. Oh god, alarm, go away. I was originally meant to start the stream an hour early, and I decided against it. Crown Jewel against McIntyre. Yep, okay, that works out. Roman versus Daniel. Oh, that would have been... Oh. And then obviously Big E cashes in. Bryan in the Rumble. And I think he won. Elimination Chamber. I think I had... What was I doing here? Was it... a fatal... Oh, no, it was a tag team match. Ah, yes, champions against challengers. And then, oh yes, because I remember I did a, what's it called? Where it's similar to one of the Wrestle Kingdoms, where you had Jay White against Kota Ibushi and Kazuchika Okada against Tetsuya Naito, and then the winners of them faced off to combine the championships. And it came down to Roman versus Daniel, because I honestly think, right, that was really well done, but I wasn't a big fan of how he introduced Gunter at the end. I think it was just too unrealistic. So, I would have actually maybe put this video in great, but because of that, I'm going to put it in good. But obviously, this leans into what if Bryan Danielson versus Gunter happened. You know, half the video is just the match itself, and them videos typically I don't necessarily like. Because I just think it kind of drags it out a little bit. It's kind of why I want to stop doing the individual matches for the PLE bookings, because I just think I drag it out too much. But yeah, again, it's a bit simple, but it's well done in my opinion. So, because obviously it's the Iron Man match, I think it's 60 minutes, I think I did it for. But that was pretty much it, really, for the video. So, I'll put it in good soup again, just because, like, the actual overall product was good. It's just a bit predictable and stuff, so I think that does drag it down a little bit. And also, well, not predictable, sorry, a bit, well, predictable in the sense of we all know where it was ending up. It was going to end up in a Bryan Danielson versus Gunter match. I think the best types of, sorry, I'm getting really tired, ladies and gents. The best type of videos that I produced are ones that you don't necessarily know where it's going to end, or what, like, how a certain thing's going to play out. And just some of the videos that I've done, that doesn't really happen. So, it's still good, just not fantastic. Is it here? I don't think it is. Right, okay. Up next, the next video is how Stephanie Vaquer should, what is it called? How Stephanie Vaquer should debut in WWE.
Sol Ruka has been trying to rebound up.
Oh yes, so I did Sol Ruka versus Stephanie Vaquer. Alright. This one again, it's very simple. And then I obviously had it be Stephanie Vaquer who dethroned Kalani Jordan. Not a big fan of this video, not gonna lie. I just think it's a bit too simple and a bit too uninspired. Like, I mean, I get what I was going with. It just didn't really work very well in my opinion. I mean, there is an attempt. Do I put in good soup or is it mid? Now, I think in comparison to the good soup ones, this is mid. And Part 3 of the Daniel Bryan saga. What if Daniel Bryan was under the new regime in WWE? I did the same thing for one of the CM Punk videos where it's like, oh look, he's back. And then I had him go after Roman Reigns. Because I think this video was him getting to Roman. Oh wait, did he get to Roman at like SummerSlam and not SummerSlam Survivor Series? No, oh no, he was a part of War Games, right. Got a good. And then, yeah, so it ends with Roman versus Daniel. Again, quite decent. It's just one plot line throughout, and it's well done in terms of the twists and turns that it takes. I'm going to put this in, again, good soup. There's not a lot to really say about it. It's good in my opinion. This one I thought was kind of genius. What if Daniel Bryan finished the story instead of Cody Rhodes? Because of course he failed the story in the last video, so obviously it's the continuation of that. And it's his journey back to Roman. So, I mean, just trying to like see here. Okay, so it ends up that he takes. Okay, yeah, so the rest is history, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm gonna put this. When I'm looking at the plot and I'm looking at the story, it is kind of mid. Unfortunately, that is just the case. And then lastly, it's another what if Daniel Bryan replaced Cody Rhodes in the Paul Levesque era.
Daniel Bryan has just finished.
And so, where did I go with this? Sorry, just got an email. Right, and then, oh yes, because I did... I honestly cannot remember anything about this video, ladies and gents. I cannot lie. Backlash... I mean, I appreciate that I did more of a build-up to it between Daniel and Andrade. Carmelo Hayes as well. I gave Carmelo Hayes a bit of a push as well in his, in his little pants. Oh, excuse me. King and Queen of the Ring had Daniel versus Carmelo. I thought that was pretty decent. Clash at the Castle, same as our timeline with the AJ Styles stuff. And then he gets assaulted after the match by Tongans. And this obviously leads to Jacob debuting. And he ends up having the title match with Solo at Money in the Bank instead. So I'm glad I did differentiate even a little bit. And then obviously King of the Ring winner, Gunter. And then it's kind of a sequel to the, well, a repeat of the Gunter and Bryan Danielson stuff at the end there. But I think there's more of an attempt to differentiate itself, sorry. So I'm going to put it in good as well. Right, fantasy, top 10 fantasy booking moments, it's garbage. It's something that they're never bringing back. I don't actually know why I put it in this. I just... I wanted to see if I could try be more WWE-like. I had that in like air quotations, but obviously I don't have a face cam on. But it comes across as weird and not very good in my opinion. But something that is good, I think, if I recall correctly, is... Where is it? Where, in fact, is it? What if Drew McIntyre had to throw Roman Reigns?
Drew McIntyre, as she said.
Yeah, hold on, let me just see where this goes. So obviously you had Kross, Drew in a steel cage. I presume you had Drew escape. Yes, I did. War Games being a just hot pocket of random people. Drew versus Roman again. Who won the Rumble in this time? Was it Gunter?
One spot. No one can believe it. Gunter will face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania.
Yes, that would be correct. I don't know why I had such an obsession with putting Gunter in the main event of my what ifs. I mean, I'm indirectly going to be doing that with Lyra Valkyrie and Becky Lynch when 2K25 releases, because my first two projects are going to be related around them. I didn't mean that for that to happen. That's just how the cookie crumbled. And obviously, Drew versus Gunter. Let me guess. Gunter won. How did I guess? This is difficult. This is difficult. Is it mid or is it good? I'm thinking more mid. No, actually no, because... you know what? No, I will put it in good. I think it is good soup. And, kind of like a similar style video, but in my opinion, it kinda... it was an idea that I tried to make work, but I just don't think it really should have been a video. What if Sami Zayn had to throw Roman Reigns? Now, in itself, it's a good idea, but the way I did it was I tried to make it a 4-week build to Mania, and I did Kevin, Sami, like Kevin as a heel, by the way, so I had Kevin Owens turn heel. I don't even know what I did with the Usos at Mania. I literally cannot remember. Kevin Owens won, which, you know, great transitional champion, Sami Zayn, after ending a legendary reign. I think this is mid, because it does everything Drew McIntyre video did, but just slightly worse. But one video that I think is the cream of the crop, straight away, JY video. Biggest project I did up to that point, again, in one go. It was actually, I think, my biggest project ever in general at that point. I think the actual story was phenomenal, with JY and Balor and Priest, and the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, I do really mess with the JY video. I think it is really good. A little step down from that, though. I'm just seeing if I can quickly get the next video up. No, I can't through my homepage. Never mind. I tried my best. It did not succeed. But up next is the what if Mercedes Mone had re-signed with WWE. Where did this video go? Because I can't remember. It's a bad sign when I can't remember stuff.
Anticipating who the number for.
So Mercedes, did she betray? No, no. Her and Naomi went after the women's tag team championships, and then they were both in the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, that's right. And then, and then I had Sasha turning. You know what? I kind of dig this story. It's simple, and I don't know where damage. Well, I mean, the damage control tag match could still have just happened. It could have just been a 2-on-2 with Bianca and Jade. Yeah, you know what? I'm putting this in great. I really messed with this video, just like the Jay White video. It's just it's too simple for me to put it in cream of the crop. For it to be cream of the crop, in my opinion, it has to be a bit more complex than just a simple. Well, like the next video, what if Damian Priest didn't cash in at WrestleMania 40 for the WrestleMania 40? Literally, just did it the next day. Garbage. Like, I don't actually know what that laugh was. My apologies, but I think this video could have been done better if Priest actually held it for the entire year and cashed in at Money in the Bank instead of just having it be the next day. It's just lazy, in my opinion. Really, really lazy. Yeah, no, not a fan personally. It's 4 minutes.
WrestleMania 40 and Drew McIntyre.
It's just not very good. But then Bash in Berlin comes up, and why is it Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler? That's not what happens at all. But yeah, you know, it's fine. Did I have Owens turn heel here? No, I didn't. I don't think. I know I had Owens walk away. I see. Okay, so like dissension. Obviously had Gunter and Randy main event. I like a little callback with the roll-up, but in the end Gunter wins. What opened the card? Oh yes, the mixed tag team match. I made it into a street fight, I'm fairly sure. But that allows for the heels to win. I reckon Rodriguez coming back. Okay. I see the vision. The women's tag team title match, I'm fairly sure who won that. Oh yeah, the Unholy Union retain, wow. I actually kind of agree with this because they did bugger all until Isla was unfortunately released. They should have just kept the titles in my opinion and that like have them win clean here or in a third match between the two. Maybe have a screw finish here, then have them definitely beat Bianca and Jade, maybe towards the time where Jade gets written off. Because I just think that would have elevated these two a lot more. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, this was really difficult to do because obviously there is no strap match, so I kind of just had to pretend that there was one. And Punk won, which was the right call. Again, I think the PLEs work better because of the overall narrative flow, because you know what the matches are, you just don't know how they're going to play out. Unless, obviously, WWE made them really obvious. I don't think it's my best work in terms of a PLE booking, which we will, in fact, get to in the next one. But I do think it's good soup. Like, it is good. But then after this, I took a month off because I was having monetary issues, which... it's a long story. Effectively, I'm not making anything from these videos at the moment. But it's fine because I enjoy doing them, so... You know, who cares? Am I right? Aside from my wallet. But that's a different story for a different day. Anyways, how WWE should book Bad Blood. This video was the tipping point for my quality, in my opinion, as I feel like my videos have only gotten better since this video, after I had the month off. Is it cream of the crop? Or is it great? I'm leaning more towards cream of the crop, because I just really like the bookings of the show itself. And because of how much of a titan it was, yeah, I'm going to put it in cream of the crop. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, I agree with that, cream of the crop. I like all the bookings, I like just pretty much everything about it, really. I have no gripes or issues with it. Maybe aside from the fact that Drew versus Punk could have been a bit longer, because I think I only capped it out at like 2 minutes. So really I should have probably made that, you know, a bit longer, a bit more stretched out, because it was the main event, and if you guys know me, I like to make the main events more stretched out to, you know, eke the attention more rather than just have it being played out like that. But other than that, I do think it's cream of the crop. Like, it is a turning point for my channel at this point in terms of long form quality, so I think it does deserve cream of the crop because of that. And speaking of, what if WWE went AWOL? I think I could have maybe made this video more grand in terms of I could have maybe had, because this video was inspired by FAM, and obviously how they had their half their roster turn on the company. I could have maybe done something similar like that, but I think I was trying to make mine differentiate to FAM, so I can get where I was going with, why I was going with that. Overall, I am going to put this in, it's definitely not cream of the crop. It's between good soup and great. But when I'm looking at videos I put in good soup, it's good soup. What if Randy Orton never got injured though? That video, my friends, is, I think, a banger, but I can't quite remember it, so I need to double check my, my theories of this video being actually good. I know, the benevolence. Yeah, what if Randy Orton never got injured?
In this timeline, Randy Orton never hurt his back, and thus, RKO Bros' fight with the Bloodline continues. And on the SmackDown after Hell in a Cell...
Yes, because obviously this led to... Riddle attack. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, this video, in my opinion, was great. I just had to double check that I was thinking of the correct plot here. And it actually leads into a sequel, which is what if RK Bro had a conclusive ending, which I think is a great video with poor packaging, and I'll tell you why. Because originally this was supposed to be a trilogy, just like, what was the video that was supposed to be a trilogy again? The Roman Reigns stuff at the very beginning of the fantasy bookings that I did. I don't know why, I just never got around to making the third video for this, and therefore it kind of just ends on a cliffhanger with Austin and Fury becoming WWE Champion. I think the video is great, but it's great as a second parter. I don't think it's great as a conclusive ending, so, I'm a bit torn here. I'm gonna go with, oh god, if I can even speak properly. I'm gonna put it in good, just because I think it's not a good final, like not good final, good finale, but it is a good second parter. So it's obviously not mid, it's definitely in the good soup category. The what ifs, like that, so the compilation of the shorts, I think are just not very good in my opinion. I don't know why I tried to do it. I'll also just get the other one whilst I hear that other one as well. Them two just not very good, lazy content in my opinion, and I should have done better. There's not really much more I can really say on that. It's just lazy, really, really lazy content. It was just me trying to get views and me being a bit view hungry, and I think that was just a poor decision by me entirely. Even though the first video did do pretty good, I still think that it was a piss poor idea on my part. So Crown Jewel. Let me have a look at the booking scene at Crown Jewel. So I opened up because obviously I was a bit tied here. My hands were tied because obviously we had the Crown Jewel Championship matches, which I wasn't a big fan of, I'm not gonna lie. So I tried to make the best out of a bad situation. Well, I first of all opened with Bronson versus Seth, which was his own dedicated video until I unlisted it 2 days later. Big B versus Seth Rollins, I like that caption. I think this was better than the actual timeline because Bronson really should have won. Kevin versus Randy, I think WWE did better because obviously, you know, it made Kevin Owens more delusional and more mental. I think they did that rather than trying to sow the seed of dissension more between Kevin and Cody, because at that point Cody would have been like, nah mate, you're done. Liv versus Jax with Tiffany cashing in, I really like, because obviously she's a Crown Jewel champion now. Andrade versus Knight versus Mello, I think was really good with a new champion. Not last. Why did I put it last legend? It's Lash Legend. The big women's tag match obviously was difficult to record, but I tried my best. And I had new champions being crowned, which I actually quite liked. I think they should have done this in our timeline. Had Kairi and Io won, because Kairi just deserves far more in my opinion. She deserves to be in the mid-card scene at the moment, but hey ho. OG Bloodline versus Team Bloodline. Rock coming out. This is kind of a staple of my channel currently, where The Rock will just come out and go after Roman Reigns, because I just really want that match at WrestleMania 41. I don't think it's happening anymore, but a man can dream. And then main event time with all the interferences at the beginning. Let me try that sentence again. With all the interferences at the beginning, I actually quite like this match, and obviously I think it does. To avoid that bitch boy Gunter storyline, I think this is actually better than what WWE produced, by having Gunter just fucking murder Cody at the end there. So because of that, I'm going to put in great. It's not cream of the crop because it wasn't a Titan like Bad Blood was, but I do think it was on the same wavelength as Bad Blood. So this next project was completely, well, this next video was a complete passion project of mine. I didn't think it was going to do well, and it definitely didn't. But what if Lita had one more run? I think this video was great, even though it was simplistic, because it took the building blocks I had done with the Julia video and the Roman Reigns video, not the Roman Reigns video, and the Bad Blood video, and combined them into one with Zarya, and I really, really enjoyed making it, and I really enjoyed the product itself, even though it didn't garner a lot of attention. So yeah, that's just my opinion at least. Up next, Survivor Series. I think this one was the weakest PLE I've done since I have returned. I just think that some of the stuff here was very rushed, because obviously they announced 2 matches at the last minute, so obviously my hands were a bit tied. But I still would have put it in good soup, because the War Games matches were, well actually the men's War Games match was decent, had The Rock coming out obviously. The women's War Games match wasn't good in my opinion, because it just was the match. It didn't have any narrative threads really. LA versus Shinsuke and the triple threat match was rushed. And the Damian Priest versus Gunter match I actually think is really, really good. So that honestly saves it from being mid in my opinion. Like that match was, if I was basing it just off that Damian Priest versus Gunter match, I might have put it in cream of the crop. Like, I really, really enjoyed that video. Well, that single match anyways. Thankfully, SNME does bump it up slightly. Well, does is a step up in my... So, let me try that sentence again, ladies and gents. It is a step up, but I don't think it's a massive one. I'm glad I didn't put that one in, because this is every WWE PLE I booked in 2024, because obviously it didn't do well, and yeah, too fair, I'm surprised I didn't, but it's fine.
We're at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, so I had Io and Liv kicking the show off. Who won this match? I can't actually remember. Oh, I had Io win, okay. Drew versus Sami. This was mostly a promo thing, which I think might have been a bit bizarre for the audience. And again, The Rock, obviously. The Women's United States Championship Tournament Final. Have Chelsea win. I actually had a bit of a challenge for myself. I wanted to have a brand new champion in every match I feasibly could. So when it came to the triple threat, even though I personally think Gunther should have won, and I'm glad he did, because I brought the Demon out, I kind of wanted to experiment and try to see if I can make Balor into a champion. I don't think it came over really well in my opinion, but still, that was an attempt. And then main event time, Kevin versus Cody. Randy returned and screwed Cody, which was bizarre, because obviously he probably should have attacked both, which is something that the Royal Rumble booking did a lot better in my opinion. But even with that, I think this was I'd probably put it in good actually. I don't think it's quite great because there's a few more flaws to talk about than my other PLAs, but it's definitely better than Survivor Series. Even though Survivor Series isn't mid, I'd say Survivor Series has a more rushed feel to it, and that really comes across in the video. And now it's time for the John Cena Retirement Tour trilogy. First part is just him winning the Intercontinental title. This is obviously before the heel turn or anything to do with that nature. So this was a good first part. It was a bit short. I think it was like 8 minutes or something, but it did what it needed to do. In fact, actually, I'm going to put it in great because I forgot about like everything leading up to the Braun Breaker versus John Cena match at Saturday Night's main event. I think everything there was really good. I don't really have any issues with it. I don't think there's any issues I can think of actually, which is why it's in great. But it is a bit short, which is why it's not in cream of the crop. And really, I think there's a similar issue with I think there's a lot of predictability in a sense with the second part of the John Cena Retirement Tour, because then I had John Cena lose at WrestleMania to try and subvert expectations. I don't think that really worked well in my opinion. Like, I tried. I don't think it really... like, I mean, it's still... I think what I did with Gunther to solidify him as a beast, because I also had John Cena vs. Gunther for the World Championship. I think it is still great. I just think that I tried too hard to subvert expectations at the end there. Even though I think I still would have had Gunther win. I think I had... My thought process was a bit too much... Oh, this video I need to subvert expectations for, rather than actually making it a good second part. Even though it was a really good second part anyways. So, yes, and the final part of the John Cena Retirement Tour, for the ending alone, I'm putting in cream of the crop. I really, really enjoyed the finale here. With obviously John Cena winning the 17th, and then immediately getting cashed in on by Chad Gable. And obviously the ruthless aggression bit. Some people didn't like that. I really enjoyed that because it calls back to how John Cena obviously debuted. Everything leading up to that I also thoroughly enjoyed. It was like a 20-odd minute video as well, so it was a beefy boy. And yeah, I think it was really, really good, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't really have much more to say, to be honest. How WWE should book the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament match? Was that the semi-finals and the final, or was it just the final? So if it's just the final, I might put it in mid. We might have a first mid in a while, boys.
We're on the Raw debut on Netflix, and this is where our story begins, as backstage.
Oh yes, no, of course, because I did stuff leading into it, which included then Becky at the end with, yes, right, I'm with you, because obviously I was trying to introduce a new stable. This was supposed to get a sequel, I just never got around to it. And obviously because of Isla's release, I can't really do that anymore. I'm going to put this in good. Actually, hold on, let me have a look at what I actually did up until then, because... Oh yes, because I had Becky Lynch be the mystery tag team partner, and then the rest of the thing was just a match. So honestly, yeah, I think good's where it belongs. What was the video called again? My next one was it? What if Ilya never got injured, or was it was it how Ilya should return? I'm fairly sure it was how Ilya should return. Yes, how Ilya Dragunov should return, and this one, in my opinion, is cream of the crop. I really dig this story. Just everything about it, really, I just really enjoyed. The Hell in a Cell part at the end, I think, was amazing. I think it's a bit too close to CM Punk vs Drew McIntyre for it to be another Hell in a Cell, but I don't care, it's my video, it's my story. So yeah, another cream of the crop. I'm noticing there's a lot more videos in this range now than there was. I can tell when there was a tonal shift in my projects getting better. And again, I think it really came with that Bad Blood video. Saturday Night's Main Event 2, I can't really remember a whole lot about. I remember having to rush the some of the matches here. I can't remember which one I had to rush, but I definitely did have to rush something. Sheamus finishing his story was great, I really liked that. Braun vs Jacob was just a big meaty match, and I had Jacob. I had Hikuleo finally debut. When the hell is he debuting in WWE? I don't even know. Jax vs Ripley was a bit obvious, and you could tell in my booking. Jey Uso vs Gunter. I obviously... Right, I'm looking at this in hindsight. This was way better than how WWE booked it, because first of all, it made Jey to be an apathetic babyface, and it also made Jey have more of a claim to the World Championship, because he didn't just lose, he had to, Sami had to throw in the towel for him, and I quite like the emotion here. I overall really dig that. And then at the end, the contract signing, Shawn getting the package pile driver, I think was just fine, really. Overall, I'm going to put this in great, in my opinion, just for that Gunter vs Jey match. I think that really carries it. And also the Sheamus and Braun stuff, and the not Sheamus and Braun, the Sheamus and Braun, and the Braun and Jacob stuff. I thought they were really good as well. And so yeah, up next, another video that I think is cream of the crop. The Malakai Black video I think was very genius of me. Three Little Piggies. It gave a lot more structure. I think it was the most structured video I had done, mostly just because of the plot and how I wanted it to play out. There actually was several drafts of this, where originally it was supposed to begin at... Hold on, when did this begin? Because I can't remember if I did the Elimination Chamber it started at. Because originally I was going to have it be...
Didn't say that.
Okay, that's cool. Yes, because I started it off at the Royal Rumble. Obviously, in hindsight, probably would have begun it on the Raw after Mania, but obviously you can't really fix that. The original script was actually for this match here between Alistair and Big E to take place at Backlash. I was going to do some shuffling around, so really... Seth Rollins would be the first piggy, but in the end I thought it was better to have it gradually escalate, and I think it worked for the better, in my opinion. Right, up next, we're getting there, I am really tired, I'm not going to lie, and I want food. So I'm not going to try and breeze through these, but I am going to talk about these videos. Wow, who'd have funked it? Right, Royal Rumble. I think this is a great video. Not cream of the crop, because I think I would have done some stuff differently. It was my first ever time doing a Royal Rumble booking in that style, and I think the women's one is phenomenal. I think the men's one is good. It's just not as good, in my opinion. Because Because then obviously you had after. Also, I mean, in hindsight, looking at EO winning the World Championship on Raw, I think it was a good idea for Charlotte to win. But I really liked EO, so I just had to win. When I actually did the Randy Orton return justice, in my opinion, I think this was just better done than whenever the first Saturday Night's main event. There we go. The tag team match was just basic. Street Profits return at the end. That's great. And the men's rumble, I thought was good. Overall, yeah, it's great. Yeah, nothing more I can really say about it. There's definitely ways I can improve it, and I can't wait to try next year to make it better. But yeah, as it is, good video. Well, great video, in fact. Up next, what if TNA invaded NXT? This is basically just an improved version of the invasion, so in a way it kind of just deserves to be in the cream of the crop, but I am going to take it down slightly. I just don't think it's quite up here. It doesn't have that grandness about it, because obviously it's NXT and TNA. There wasn't as much what's the words? I mean, there was still surprise, but it didn't feel as grand as the other invasion. I do think it was a better video all around, but it just lacked that grandness to really push it into the cream of the crop. Similar issue with this video here, the how Toxic Attraction could perform. I mean, fun fact, this video also had 7 different scripts. There was so many different ways I wanted to go, but I decided to just go the basic bitch route, which I think dragged it down from being the cream of the crop to great. Because I think the actual story throughout the video is well done. I just think the ending is a bit too predictable. But either way, it's still well done, in my opinion. Hence why it's in the great category. Vengeance Day! Vengeance Dance. Oh god, shut up. Past me. So I kicked the things off here with Stephanie Vaquer, Fallon Henley. Yep, I tried to do a thing where I have Jordan Grace and Thea Hill come out in the opener. Then in the main event, I had Michael Satomura and Sari come out for the main event for Julia. I think I should have probably done it a bit differently because I made it a bit too basic. The Ethan Page vs. Javon Evans match was good. Did everything it needed to be. Lindsay Dorado makes his main roster, well, not main roster, NXT return on the screen. The big screen. Having the new stable debut in the Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams match, I think was well done. The Tony D'Angelo and Ricky Sainz stuff, I quite liked. The tag team match, I once again quite liked. Obafemi, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller, I quite liked, although I do kind of wish I followed it up at the end with maybe Grayson Waller snapping on Austin Theory. Then in the main event, the Fatal 4-Way, I think was phenomenal. Having different people get taken out throughout the contest, or having what's her face? Raquel Rodriguez taking out Roxanne, having Masha Slamovich taking out Cora Jade, I think was amazing. Having Julia pin Bayley, I think was incredibly well done as well, because I think Julia needed that big time win. Well, she needed a big time win either way, but I think it was better done that she pinned Bayley than Roxanne, because she's already pinned Roxanne. Overall, I think this is another great video. Again, not quite a cream of the crop, but it is definitely good. And second to last, the penultimate video in this tier ranking is what if Becky Lynch... Hold on, let me just make sure I get this right. It's recently uploaded. I can't believe I forgot about it. What if Becky Lynch returns into WWE as a heel? I think this is very basic and fundamental, and not gonna lie, with my next... my second project on WWE 2K25 is effectively going to be this video, but just 10 times better and grand. So for that, I am going to put it in good. It's definitely not bad. I just think that it lacks quite a bit for me to push it up to great and cream of the crop. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have the most recent video uploaded 4 days ago, the Elimination Chamber. Now, I actually really enjoyed making the Elimination Chamber matches. I think Jade Cargill's return, I actually think it was better done in our world, but I still think it was pretty good. I think Roxanne Perez not having a bit better performance in the Chamber was a bit of a shame. I think I booked it better than WWE overall, but there was definitely places where WWE booked it better than I did. Also, Liv winning. Yeah, I just think Liv winning is was the better option in my opinion. Not only does Liv deserve it more, but I feel like Bianca would be better suited for the not Bianca and Jade, the Naomi and Jade stuff in my opinion. But I'll let it play out and see how it goes. My opinion could be changed. It could not. I'm not quite sure. At this moment in time, though, Liv winning for me was definitely the better choice. The tag team match I thought was way better than our timeline, because it was kind of, there was more elements to it, there was more interferences, there was more stuff you could talk about coming out of it. Now, the men's elimination chamber, I didn't originally want Drew to win, but then when I saw Drew was reportedly scheduled to win, which obviously we all know now was false, but to be fair, when I looked at it, I was just like, right, okay, I want John to come up short. I didn't think it was going to turn heel, and honestly, the men's chamber was definitely better done in our timeline for that. The Rock and Cody selling the soul thing, I think obviously was done better in our world, mostly because obviously John Cena heel turn, like what? But I quite like the Roman Reigns stuff, set up Roman versus The Rock, because I just want that match at WrestleMania. But I don't see that happening anymore. I'm gonna give up on that dream, because obviously the next thing I'm gonna be booking, well, aside from Stand and Deliver, PLE wise, is gonna be WrestleMania. So obviously there's no more hopium. I just have to hope. Well, I just have to wait and see what happens. And then Kevin Sami, which was gory. Everything was great about this final match here. I think in certain ways I did it better with the blood. I think I did it worse in certain ways, that Randy Orton should have interfered after the match and Kevin Owens should have won. But overall, I think this video is great. So there you have it, ladies and gents, and everything in between. This is my tier ranking. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'll put a link out so you guys can do it for your own if you want to. And yeah. With that, I'm getting myself something to eat because I am hungry. So, yeah. See ya, chum.